Today's the anniversary of my dad passing away. That's not an excuse for what I did. Like I said, it happened a while ago.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times the Owl House tackled serious issues.
I want to go home.
For this list, we'll be looking at episodes where the cartoon successfully incorporated weighty real-life issues within its fantasy realm. We'll be exploring all 3 seasons, so if you haven't finished the series, beware of spoilers ahead. Which episodes really hit home with you? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Depression. When we first meet Luce, she's a bright-eyed girl thrilled to discover that magic is real.
What did you say your name was?
I'm Luce. Luce Naceda.
Well, Luce, that was pretty clever.
2 seasons later, her eyes are half-lidded and often staring into space. By this point, all of the horrifying events that led to the group being stranded in the human realm have clearly started to take their emotional toll.
They're all gonna hate me.
What? Shh. No, of course they won't.
In quieter moments, the audience gets a glimpse of the deep sadness behind Luce's cheerful mask. Even though she's doing her best to be helpful and pretend like things are okay, it's obvious that a deep exhaustion has set in.
And it would be better if he literally never existed.
A brief breakdown in school shows us that she's barely holding it together. It's an incredibly realistic portrayal of someone struggling with the after effects of a traumatic situation.
Mama says I have to learn from my mistakes. So, I know what I have to do now.
Number 9. Missing Mom. Luce's adventures on the Boiling Isles begin with a closing of the portal, and her only way back home. Despite being trapped in a completely different realm, she is, fortunately, fascinated by magic and has always wanted witch training. The continual excitement of her new world allows her to avoid dwelling on the home she left behind.
Te extraño también, Mami. One day, I'll tell you all about this.
However, after literally facing the fear of disappointing her mom during Grom, Luce starts to feel the pain of their separation.
Mom? Do you need any help?
Oh, are you done cleaning your room?
When she finally manages to create a portal, she's only able to interact with Camila through reflections.
Mom, are you there?
Huh? Luce? I didn't even hear you call.
Mom, it's so great to hear your voice.
Oh, it's great to hear you too.
There are parents who suffer the unimaginable experience of having their child go missing, and this fleeting reunion is a bleak reminder of what both of them are going through.
You chose to stay there?
Oh,
Were you trying to live out some witch fantasy? Did you hate living with me that much?
Number 8. Failing to save someone you love. Throughout the series, Luce's tenacity and positive outlook have helped her beat the odds time and again. However, eventually the obstacles are too great and she fails to save those who mean the most to her.
Luce? Luce, what are you doing? I have to get Ida. We'll find a way back to you.
First, Luce overestimates her own ability to find a cure for Ida. Not only does she fail to save her, but Ida gives herself over to her curse in order to save Luce.
I'm going away, and I don't know if I can bounce back this time. Watch over King. Remember to feed Hootie.
Please, no!
Luce faces the same trauma again when she tries to sacrifice herself to keep the portal open for her friends. It's King who makes the sacrifice in the end. He ends up stranded with the Collector, leaving Luce with the sinking knowledge that there's nothing she can do to save him.
Luce, I'm so happy I had you as a big sister.
No! King!
Number 7. Self-loathing and guilt. Both Hunter and Luce are the instigators of tragic events in the series.
What about you? How have you been since...
Since we were in Belos's mind? Since I found out I helped him meet the Collector?
Luce's are motivated by a desire to learn and help. Hunter's are a result of his origins and efforts to break away from the Emperor's control. By the start of Season 3, both characters blame themselves for the myriad of troubles that have fallen on the people around them.
If it weren't for me, the Day of Unity would have never happened. There was this time pool, and I met him. I met him when he was still just Philip, and I taught him the light spell.
They even agree to hide their shortcomings from their friends, who Luce and Hunter fear will shun them if they learn the truth.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Why did you keep all that a secret?
I was scared. I thought you'd all hate me for it.
It all comes to a head when Hunter is possessed by Bellows.
Thanks again for all the help, Luce. But I don't need you anymore.
Ultimately, their friends provide support, acceptance, and love. But both Luce and Hunter work hard to amend their mistakes.
I couldn't hate you, Luce. The fact that you still stand up for us means enough to me.
Number 6. Crushing reality. Although King has a found family in Eda, Luce, and Hooty, he still dreams that his biological family will come looking for him.
Dads, you made it!
Wouldn't have missed it for the world, son.
When he discovers a letter that offers a chance to learn more about his background, he's thrilled.
Dear King Clawthorn, if you wish to know who you truly are, come to this location and meet our warrior clan. I think they might be my family.
Sadly, King's hopes are crushed, as his true history is revealed and he discovers that the group who extended the invitation are actually a community built on hunting titans, of which he's the last remaining.
We're almost done.
Then we get to play catch, right?
It's a lot for him to deal with, but luckily, King is reminded that he's not alone. Family doesn't mean blood. Number 5. Blight Fight. At first, Amity Blight seems hell-bent on making Willow and her friends' lives miserable.
I've got my eyes on you, half a witch. That badge is mine.
However, when her mom's threatening influence comes to light and Amity works hard to make amends, she quickly becomes friends with everyone.
Blights only associate with the strongest of witchlings. You may choose a new friend from one of the suitable companions we invited.
But they're mean!
Odalia, however, continues to try to control her daughter, going as far as to expel Luce, Gus, and Willow from school. Even worse, Odalia tells Amity it's her fault that her friends are suffering.
Take this as a lesson, Mittens. A blight always upholds their end of the deal.
At first, Amity doesn't have the courage to stand up to her parents. However, when Luce's life is put in danger, Amity defies her mother's tyrannical rule.
Amity, get away from the human!
No, you're gonna listen to me for once. Luce, Willow, and Gus are my friends. They're nice to each other.
It's a brilliant moment of independence and the starting point for her new life path with people who care for her unconditionally.
What do you want? Let my friends back into Hexside, or else your precious investors will watch me rip this thing apart bit by bit.
Number 4. Doubting yourself. Much of King's personal identity is based on the stories that paint him as the ruler of demons. The stories he tells of his mightiness are from his perceived early memories.
A king amongst his subjects.
King. King!
However, eventually, Eda is forced to reveal that those stories were all a childhood fantasy.
But you were finally happy, so I kept playing along with it.
You're lying.
She encouraged it because it made him happy, but the aftermath is devastating for King and leads him to question his identity.
Everyone lied. And I was too caught up in the fantasy to realize it. I don't know what to do, Luce.
If he's not a mighty ruler, then who is he? With encouragement from Eda, Luce, and Hooty, King eventually lands on real answers.
That roar, it meant son. I don't know how I know that, but I do. Someone called me their son, Luce. I think it was my dad.
It helps him find the line between fantasy and reality and start to believe in himself again.
Is it okay to still call me king? Feels kind of weird when I'm not the king of anything.
Well, you'll always be king of my heart. That's good enough, right?
Number 3. Mental health. Luce is not the only character who forces a positive face for her friends. Willow continually represses her emotions to the detriment of her own mental health.
Just please don't call yourself that ever again. You've been holding in a lot, haven't you?
In the first season, a journey through Willow's memories shows how she prefers to avoid painful moments.
Oh no! That thing is burning off all the memories!
The group of friends struggle under even mightier obstacles in the third season. Willow continues to push through, reassuring everyone that things will turn out okay.
Don't worry. I bet we'll all feel better when we punch Bellows right through the face. And yes, I mean through the face.
Thanks, Willow. You're always looking out for us.
When her efforts to cheer up Hunter fail, it seems to act as her breaking point.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make things worse.
She ends up buried in her built-up emotions and unable to control her own magic. This moment feels like a reminder to kids and adults alike that we have to let our emotions out in healthy ways or we'll eventually buckle under them.
I miss my dads.
Number 2. Grief. Before Luce's journey to the demon realm, she lost her father. The separation from her mother on the anniversary of his death has her initially denying the pain and distracting herself with daring fights.
Feeling okay, Luce?
I feel great. Today's gonna be a productive day of problem solving.
This coping mechanism, although relatable, doesn't help her really work through her feelings.
What is going on with you?
It's nothing, really. Seriously, it's nothing.
She eventually realizes that shutting Amity out is hurting both of them, and opens up about the loss and pain of her dad's passing.
After he passed away, we started picking flowers for each other. And then we'd visit his grave, and me and my mom would spend the day together.
The moment where Amity encourages Luce to continue her annual ritual of picking flowers is not only a beautiful moment, but a carefully handled one. Luce, of course, isn't the only character grieving. When Hunter loses Flapjack, his reaction is absolutely crushing, and we see him carry the weight of the tragedy until the end of the series.
Hey guys, is everyone else okay?
Actually, Flapjack.
Don't. I already know.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. PTSD. After 3 seasons of terrifying battles, family drama, and personal betrayal, it's no wonder so many characters in the Owl House suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Where is everyone? When did this happen?
Signs can include a desire to avoid triggers, like how Willow's inner mind burns away her traumatic memories. We also see Hunter suffering from panic attacks after his uncle's abuse.
I can't go back!
Kid, breathe.
In the series finale, Luce, Ida, and King all relive their worst mistakes and events in horrifying nightmares.
But don't worry, we saved the best spot for you.
These flashbacks, although instigated by the collector, are a result of their trauma and a clear symptom of PTSD.
Help me out. We gotta find King.
No. You'll be staying right there.
Huh?
Thankfully, in the last few moments of the series, the audience is given a glimpse into a future where these characters can be seen pursuing happiness and healing. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.